Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have a thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss the death, forever taking that. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss the death, forever taking that. Shame on the three boys in the.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go, let's convert. Hey, sub. Let's go. Follow. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Winston now to throw on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack.
5 on the 50, 5 on the 50. Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C. Follow. Hey, sub. Let's go.
So the false start will back them up 5. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
5 on the 50. Hey, sub. 5 on the 50. Green, triple C. Follow. Sonic. Hey, 5 on the 50.
Jameis to throw it. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He was trying to hit his big receiver, Brandon Marshall. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
White.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Get set. 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Toss play to McKinnon. Finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And they're going to have a third down.
White. 11. Hey, go. 12. 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I got you.
McKinnon. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
13. Go ahead. 11. Flag.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
21. Here we go. Hurry up. 11.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
12. Here we go. Hurry up.
They run for it with Breida. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
Stop. Hey, stop. 550. Follow. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25.
Just keep bringing it. Stay in there. Green, triple T. Hey, sub. 5-0.
First down, Winston. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, sub. Green, triple T.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Second down, Winston. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. On third down, Winston. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Jameis now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Off the play fake, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the red zone now, Winston. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Let's go. Wait.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Wait. Go ahead.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Play fake. Winston. Now he's forced out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They go play action. Winston. Wide open. It's Marshall, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Brandon Marshall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Go ahead, go ahead. 6. 21.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now it's Lockett. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It's caught, Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Sonic! Hey, sub. Let's go. Follow. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Sonic! Follow! Sonic!
Here's Winston. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Even.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And Winston lost the football. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
There's Garoppolo to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A dump down to McKinnon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Fellas, here we go. 11. Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
11. 6.
On first down, Garoppolo. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Garoppolo to try again on second down. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Jameis to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. This will be caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To throw, Winston. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Go ahead. 11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Dixon has it. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Hey, Sonny, go. Let's go. Ready? Sonny, who waiting? Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And this is complete. It's Marshall. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 1. Winston keeps it himself. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Jameis Winston scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, yes.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, sub. Green, triple C. Green, triple C. Hey, sub. Let's go. 5-0. Watch for the foul, God.
Following the interception, Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
5-0.
On 3rd down, Winston. Completes it to Dixon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic.
Jameis again. Flushed out right. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 1. Winston sneaking it. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Here's Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
11. Black 80. 6. Go ahead.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
11. Go ahead. 12.
Here we go, check and look.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game. And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Sonic! You got 4.
They go play action. Winston. It's caught. Lockett. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go now.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic. 5-0. Green, Triple C.
Again, it's Winston. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Janikowski on. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Here we go. 11. 6. Go ahead.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Winston here to throw. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go ahead.
Play action. Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to find that man yet again, Brandon Marshall. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Stop. Let's go. Green, triple C. 5-0. Sonic.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears.